Hello, break for a sec. Oh, break.
No, it looks like you're having a fit. Don't do that. Stop getting your better vlog content.
You alright? You what?
Oh my gosh.
Whose hat is this actually?
Sophie's.
It's mine now.
What's a good name for a swimming teacher? Bob. I can't even press it. Oh. Right, chest pop, go.
Who's this?
Are you joking?
Who's this?
Oh, that is amazing! I lost this so long ago! Oh, get his reaction, get it! Yeah! This is the best thing ever!
Found our calling, guys. We spent our own hard-earned money. These are like the ones that aren't filmed, like the Dorans that failed their mission.
We are praying in the creche, otherwise known as the creche. The creche. The creche.
Creche? That's French.
No, close your eyes!
You're right, mate. Mesmerised by our friend.
I know I'm a good looking chap.
I'm in Mexico.
No, but I'm gonna go get another straw. What are we doing next? Who is he?
We're in the buffet, yeah?
In a buffet in Mexico. Continue. I'm intrigued.
On this bit of duck next. There we go. This guy's already doing the Heimlich. He's like, no, you're doing it wrong. You need to focus welly into that. Anyway, she's fine.
Is that the end of the story?
Hello Audacious Youth and anyone else who is online and watching us. Welcome to Youth Online. This is how we're doing youth for the next little while we are all told to stay at home. We want to hear your comments. Come and be interactive with us underneath. Write your comments. We're going to have team that are online right now. They're going to talk to you. They're going to answer any questions you want. We've got a like a connection card. So if it's your first time being with us on there, you can click the link and you can add us to, and you can get involved with what we're doing. First of all, this evening, before we get into any discussions and any conversations, we are going to hand over to the lovely and the wonderful Dan and Alex to talk to us about our first weekly challenge.
Hey Audacious Youth, what is going on? My name's Alex. We hope you are staying safe whilst having loads of fun, because we are Audacious Youth at the end of the day. Oh, don't be there, mate. It's self-isolating. He's in the fridge, he's self-isolated. Slow burner, but he got there.
Amazing. So we've come up with a few weekly challenges just to help you guys have a bit more fun whilst you're off school and stuck in your houses. The first one is a good one. It's a scare.
Classic. What we've done, me and Dan have compiled a couple. We've been busy with the camera, so here's a few ones that we've done.
Here they come down. Dan, they're coming.
Come on.
One in the bank, boys, for the boys.
Well, those are pretty good.
They were alright.
I think you guys can do a lot better.
I know. Audacious Youth can do better than that.
So get creative. I want to see the best reactions. I want to see the best hiding places. And what we need you guys to do is we need you to post your videos on Instagram and TikTok, but make sure that you tag @Audacious Youth so that we can see it, we can share it on our story. And we will decide a winner.
We will.
By next Friday. And that winner will receive a care package drop-off.
Cool. Okay, Audacious Youth, we cannot wait to see your entries, but right now we're going to go into a time of praise and worship.
Awesome. Now, this is our Audacious band. They put this together last week. Everyone got together, put together a really great worship set for you. We hope you guys enjoy it.
And we're gonna praise Jesus. We're gonna lift him up. I'll keep on singing.
I'll keep on singing. Won't stop believing your power at work in me. I'm pressing forward into your promise. Spirit alive in me.
What can compare to the power that is working within me? I come alive. It's your fire that is working within me now.
Your plan and purpose will never fail us. Your word at work in me. It's unrelenting, this love unending, Spirit alive in me.
What can compare to the power that is working within me? I come alive. It's your fire that is working within me now. Your Spirit working within me now. Your Spirit working within me now. Your Spirit working within me now. Come on, sing whoa.
Oh, I see you moving. Oh, come do a new thing. Oh, Spirit of work in me. Oh, I see you moving. Oh, come do a new thing. Oh, Spirit of work in me.
What can compare?
What can compare to the power that is working within me? I come alive. It's your fire that is working within
praise you, Jesus. Oh, we love you, Jesus. Come, Holy Spirit, and work within us, within our hearts, within our lives, and make a way.
You were singing over me with a love that knows no end. In the waiting, you are there. To you alone I lift my hands, more than enough for me. More than enough for me, my Savior. More than enough for me. More than enough for me, my Savior. There's no place that I could go to escape your open arms. In the waiting, I will praise, for your promise always stands. You're more than enough for me. More than enough for me, my Savior. More than enough for me. You are. You're more than enough for me, my Savior. Oh. More than enough for us, Jesus. You are. Oh, you heal me, restore me, you free me, redeem me, you give me a hope that's forever. And your glory's my glory, your victory's my victory, your promise is life to me. Yeah, you heal me, restore me, you free me, redeem me, you give me a hope that's forever. And your glory's my
Thank you to the Audacious worship band there for leading us in worship. We are going to have a conversation today with my lovely, wonderful guests. This is Ethan Keir.
Yes, it is.
Top notch. This is Abby Watling, who is from our Chester location.
Big up Team Chester.
Yes, very much so. Why have I gone posh? I love it. I might carry on with it. This is Lydia Gledhill. Yes, Lydia is part of our South region in Manchester, and the wonderful Cork City fan himself, Tim Atkins. You don't even believe in that shirt. You don't believe in that shirt. Anyway, we're going to be talking tonight a little bit about ambition, a little bit about being productive while we're off and while we've got extra free time. Because here's the reality to you out there. We have never really been given this opportunity before. We have got more time now. I think Tim was telling me earlier that it was 2,000 hours is 3 months of time. Is that right? Over 2,000 hours. So what could we do with 2,000 hours? So we're just going to talk a little bit tonight about that, really. So my first question, I'm going to ask Lydia, actually. What does being productive look like to you?
Well, I hate waking up and not have anything to do. So I like to make sure, regularly every morning I wake up and do yoga, because it just helps me wake up and get ready for the day. And to go with that, it's just like, if I feel like I'm wasting the day, it just freaks me out. I can't do it. I'm just like, no. I feel not a sense of ill, but it's just like, like I've had all this time and I could have done something with it, and I didn't. But going along with me being like a hairstylist, I do this a lot. I like to move my bedroom around all the time. I can't help it. I'm like, that would look really good there, so let's just switch it around. But yeah, just find what you love to do, or something that you've always thought, I could probably try that. Might as well. And just go for it. You might as well start somewhere, so now's a good time to start.
Yeah, great. Thanks, Lids. Tim, how about you, mate?
I find, recently I found putting in a routine really useful. So I was late for work almost every day for about 6 weeks, just because I couldn't get out of bed. So I decided I was going to wake up at 5 o'clock every morning. I start work at 7:30. I'm not that crazy. Wake up at 5. I'm then out of the house for 5:30, and in that time I've made my breakfast, got my lunch together, and all my bits, and had a coffee and a pint of water.
A whole pint of water?
That's a lot of water.
You're a beast, man. That's awesome.
No, the pint of water is like the starter, and then I've got like a coffee chaser.
A coffee chaser, I like that, yeah.
It's like the coffee's like a reward for drinking the water. I can have something.
Good, that you want.
It means that my pee that was brown is now slightly...
I mean, it's biology. Carry on.
Anyway. So, and that's all before 5:30, and then after that I go to the gym, and then I head to work and have a shower at work, and that's where I eat my breakfast. So I found putting that into the start of my day may be really productive. And then I also think if I've been to the gym in the morning, I can eat whatever I want the rest of the day, which isn't strictly true.
Yeah, it's like, I've got to go for a run because I've eaten a donut
now.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I like the fact that with this time, like I've challenged one of our young people, Will, but Will is going to do like a diary of like learning guitar. Excellent. And so he's never played guitar, always wanted to. So I've said to him, right, you've got this time to do it. So I want you to film yourself on day one, film yourself at the end of week 1, and then every continuous week until we come back together and do Shout. And the reality is he's got enough time, right, to become good at it.
Yeah.
As long as he puts the time in every day. I mean, like even if you do like 15 minutes a day of something, then it makes you more skillful at it every single day. Like, you know, Ethan played drums for years. Like, it starts because he practiced.
True.
Yeah, how many instruments do you play? Like, I play a million, right? Yeah, every
Let's
instrument.
just say that.
Maybe just the keys and guitar.
Probably 1.5 million.
Keys, guitar, and bass. Yeah. Abby, do you play any instruments? It's not just instruments,
year
is it?
5 band.
You were in year 5 band.
I was in year. I actually even made it to year 6 band as well.
You're a bit old for year 5 band.
Sorry, guys. What can I say?
What were you playing?
I played euphonium.
The what?
Which is, it's like a tuba but a little bit smaller.
Is that French for something?
Not
No,
sure.
carry
I
on.
basically just wanted to play it because it was too big to fit in the back of my auntie's car, so she'd have to like strap it to the top of her car, and I just thought that was funny. But
That sounds like an episode of Mr. Bean or something. That's awesome.
yeah, sure.
And it's not just about musical instruments, is it? Like we can talk about fitness. We could talk about we're going to talk about our challenges that we're going to set ourselves at the end. So I'm not going to spoil the crescendo moment of finding out what my challenge for the 3 months is or so is going to be. But the reality is that for a lot of young people we are talking to and that are watching this, routine is gone for us because routine for young people, let's be blunt, is school, right? You get up, you get ready for school, you go to school, you do school, you come home, you do. Well, I used to watch like a bit of TV and then do my homework, then eat dinner, and then you're going to bed and watching stuff in bed, right? It's kind of your normal. And then a Saturday and a Sunday has a different routine to it, but they're only kind of like that way because school sets up routine. So when we're not at school and we've got no routine, how can we keep a positive mindset and actually still remain ambitious? So Abby.
But like what Tim said, it's really good to kind of start your day, like let's be productive, because if you're starting productive, you're going to end productive.
Yep.
And it's kind of one thing like feeds off to another to be motivated. And I guess to stay in that mindset, that positive mindset of, do you know, once I've got this done, I can move on to the next thing. And it's like those mini wins. I know I'd have it where like, I'd be like, oh, well, you know, I'm off school now, so I'll just sleep and do nothing. And it's like, then at the end of the day, like you're saying, you just feel like, ugh, what have I done today? But I think actually we can create not like a structure, like at this time I have to do this, but writing down like mini goals of what we want to get done. And then it's that sense of achievement at the end of the day, like, yo, I did this, and I feel really positive about that.
I really believe that everyone is made on purpose for a purpose.
Yeah.
And so Ethan, like in that sort of sense of like positive mindset, remaining ambitious, like can you kind of talk into that a little bit about, you know, if you're made on purpose for a purpose, we kind of need to be purposeful, right?
Yeah, totally. I think that one thing that I found is, especially in this time when we are physically isolated, that we still have a purpose. Yeah. And for example, if your purpose is leading people, or you feel like you're called to help to lead other people, just because you're not physically with them doesn't mean you stop. Things blow over, that we actually come to a point where then we are so ready ourselves to lead ourselves that then we can lead other people. I was reading something a while ago about the army. Every day in the army, they still make their bed. And I was like, I never thought about that. And one of the sergeants, he was saying that the reason they do that is because as soon as they wake up, you've completed a goal, you complete a task, and you feel like you've achieved something. And from that moment, I was like, I'm going to make my bed every day. And you know what?
Do you actually make your bed every day? I know your parents, I can find out.
Genuinely every day, pillows on as well.
Fair play. Do you have day pillows?
I do.
Oh, okay. I will pray for you afterwards, but
I did not buy them. Mum bought them and she said...
You still have to use them?
It needed some colour in
Anyway, sorry, back to what you were saying. Right, excellent news.
I know.
This is like some sort of counselling session.
Lydia said it's like a mustard.
Yeah, mustard. It's like mustard on... Okay. Adds in with the black. So...
Let's move on from your bedroom.
And I think a challenge that I guess everyone should try to do, and I mean, if you're not doing it already, yeah, again, I'm sure we have response time at the end, but like try and wake up at a reasonable time. I think, yeah, like Abby said, sometimes get caught up in, I'm off, I'm free, and try to have a shower every day. I'm quite a bit of like not a clean freak, but I don't like feeling dirty. Like, you know when you touch something dirty and you're like, I can feel it on my hands.
Well, that's very topical right now, I guess, right?
It is. But I think having that thing of feeling like you're ready for the day will actually mean you feel more, I guess, equipped to start doing your purpose.
Do you know what? If I have to do something, if I do go and have like a shower or something like that, and I have a moment of like, okay, now I'm actually ready to go out and do something. I think the same is like has to be said for like your quiet times, your time with God, your like praying and stuff. Because I think again, like kind of touching on what each of you have said, if you're getting that into your routine every day, if you're getting that into what you do and what is your normal, it's only going to feed you and it's only going to set you up well, not just for today and for the next 3 months, but actually for the rest of your life. I mean, like. Tim, you are working in a school.
Yeah.
And so this is kind of like what you do every day, or this is what I'm about to ask you, right?
Yes.
I want you to talk to us a little bit about what, like, some practicalities for goal setting for our time when we're away.
Like, it's not, I suppose, what we expect from like church youth. So just to give a bit of context, like why we would set goals, or why I personally would set goals. So Proverbs 29:18 says, a people without vision perish. And then it goes on to say, if you keep on like going in the right way, I can't remember it exactly.
It's good, Tim.
Shall I probably look at it. Shall I just look at it?
No,
Okay.
I mean, just carry on, Tim.
Anyway, so yeah, people without vision perish. So if you have vision, then you will thrive. And if you don't have vision yourself and you come under somebody else's vision, then you yourself you'll thrive, you'll be alive and succeed. So that's the first point. Second point, in Habakkuk 2:2, it says, write down that vision and make it plain. So it's really important to write something down. Once you write something down, it becomes real and like allows others to see it. And we would always say that, like, to speak out and to keep yourself accountable. So we talk about our life groups and stuff like that. We'll get to that later on. So those two verses mean that it's important for us to set goals. And when we're setting goals, we need to set goals that are SMART. So SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time specific. So come up with something that's really specific, that's measurable. So for Will, that might be, like, I think he's going to play the first week back.
Hopefully, that's my dream, is that he's going to come back when we get back, and he's going to be on guitar for us. It's going to be sick. No. Like, it's all in good, like, it's all in love and good things. But like, I'd love that. It'd be awesome.
So measurable is that Will plays the first week back. And that is really easily measured, because everybody that's watching this will be able to.
All right, now, Will, let me look at this for a second. The pressure is slightly on. I mean, you're gonna succeede.
Yeah, he'll have gone this first week and not played any guitar, and then he'll watch this and be like,
oh no, just have bleeding fingers for the rest of the time he's away. Yeah.
Realistic. That is a realistic aim for him to play. I think, like, if he thinks that's unrealistic, he can comment, and nobody will read it.
He'll be in the comments now, just be like,
just his whole keyboard. And obviously, it's that there's a time limit on it, so it's really easy for him to do. But if you're writing stuff down that isn't those, that doesn't fit in with those things, then it's really hard. And for me, when I wake up in the morning and have that pint of water, it seems like nothing, but it's like when they make the bed, it's a real small win.
I mean, I just want to pick up on one of the words you said. You talk about accountability and life groups. So, like, I just want to encourage you, if you're not part of a life group, then click on the link, get connected below. Life groups are, we're doing them online, as you know, because we're doing, this is church and this is online and this is youth. So, welcome, because, by the way, youth own the living room. That's what we're going with. Youth own the front room. Youth own the front room. I came up with the tagline myself and got it wrong. That's how we roll. Youth own the front room. But the accountability thing, what that really means is that you speak to someone in your life group, or you speak to your leader in your life group, and they keep you honest to that. So you say, like, hey, I want to be up at 5:30 every day. So then if I'm in Tim's life group, I say, Tim, I want to get up at 5:30 every day. Tim can then speak to me in the week and go, hey, Andy, how you been going with getting up at 5:30? I'm like, oh yeah, about that. Or actually, it helps me to get up earlier, because I know Tim is going to ask me. We can be as accountable. I can be as accountable to my best friend in Northern Ireland as I was if he lived down the road from me, like he used to do. Like, accountability is far-reaching. So here's the question then: What are you doing? Each of you, what are you doing with your time?
So I used to do a lot of, like, long distance, middle.
No, sorry.
Used to do a lot of euphonium. Maybe I'll get a euphonium again. Who knows?
Yeah.
Have a new brass band on Sundays. You never know.
I used to do a lot of long and middle distance running.
Yeah. And, I like that.
I'm a morning person, so I want to get out. But before I had college, now I've got the time, so I'm committing to going on a run every morning. I'm like tracking it.
Sweet.
And like this kind of thing with the accountability thing, there's like apps you can like post your runs on. So I'm like posting my runs so like people
Karis
can
does
see
that.
me.
Karis does
What
that.
app are you on? Are we allowed
Everyone
to say?
follow me on Strava.
Oh,
Strava.
Strava
massive.
massive.
Sweet. Lydia, what are you planning on doing?
I really want to learn how to play bass.
Yeah?
I really want to do it, and also learn Spanish. I've always wanted to speak Spanish.
Tim?
I think I'm gonna try and come up with a home workout routine I can do.
Yeah.
Great.
And then create some goals around that.
Sweet. Ethan?
Yeah, I mean, mine's fairly similar to Tim's. Last year, I lost 3 stone.
Good lad.
So, I guess keeping it up in this time when you could easily go super, like,
Yeah, for sure.
eat whatever and not be able to go to the gym and that excuse. But
Yeah.
no, keeping it up.
Good.
Eating well. What are you doing, Andy?
Well, yeah, this is what I'm saying. Phoebe, one of the team here, who's standing there like smiling at me, she told me that on TikTok, there's a lady that says, well, if you do these stretches, then anyone can achieve doing the splits. Okay. I am going to try and achieve the splits by the time we finish this time. Cool. And what's cool is we've been asking some of our young people for some questions. So they've come up with a couple of questions. They come up with a question for us, which is, how do you actively walk with God when you're going through a tough season that you can't see the end of? Which is a great question. I guess my first thought on that would be that, for whoever has asked this to us, but my first thought on that would be is that like there are seasons in life that don't look like they have an end, but they do actually have an end. I don't know, I've been through tough times and tough seasons where when you're in it, you feel like you can't see your way through it, but there is a moment of like breakthrough or a moment of victory and a moment of something of clarity almost, where you go, oh, okay, I can see a way through this. I would push back to life groups again. I'd say get involved with a life group, get involved with accountability with like your life group leader. If you know, like I said before, if you're not involved with that already, like connect with us now, because we want to be here for you. And
to actively walk with God, you have to recognize you're walking with God and keep yourself accountable. Yeah. Either with someone else or actually just with yourself sometimes. That like actually, are you waking up and actively reading your Bible? So I went on runs, and that was when I felt closest to God. They'd ask me why, I'd play worship music, and I'd run, and it was awesome.
Just on that, on a really practical level, like you're running, you listen to worship music, are you praying? Are you like, what does that look like?
I'm not praying out loud, because then you can't run for as long.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, I'm praying and I'm thinking, and sometimes it's what I loved in those moments was it was actually a time to listen to God. In myself, I'm not distracted by anything, and I'm just in my own thoughts in a good way, in a positive way, and it's just quiet, and I'm like, okay, just me and God. There's nothing distracting me. That was how I got 3 times.
I find on a run, there's always a point where I have to declare, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And it's normally like, I can do all things. Remember, in that situation, well, in all situations, God is like omnipotent, so he's outside of time. So his perspective, he sees the beginning and the end of that situation. Definitely. So just understand that, like, he knows exactly what you're going through.
It's a really classy moment to do that in, Tim.
And then, yeah, he knows exactly what you're going through.
Take the head off. I can't even look at you in the room, let alone on the internet.
He knows what you're going through, and he knows he's going to bring you through it and see you through to the end, that end.
Abby, you're going to say something, mate?
I think one thing that, like, a lot of the time if I'm in situations or I've been in circumstances where I'm like, Lord, what is going on? I think 2 things that, like, God always reminds me of is that, do you know what, as much as our circumstance, our situation may change, God doesn't. Like, his characteristics are always the same. He's always consistent. And also, like, the story of when Jesus calms the storm, like, just because you may feel like God's silent, Jesus isn't speaking, doesn't mean he's not there. I think it's like what you're saying, actively choosing to recognise, right, Jesus, this is what my circumstance looks like, where are you? And like the first thing isn't to look for a problem, but actually to look for the problem solved.
It's been awesome to be with you in this first week of Youth Online, and Audacious Church's youth ministry, Audacious Youth, is obviously now digital for the next little while. So with that, please do get connected with us. This is church, this is youth, this is who we are, and this is what we're about. And so I just want to encourage you to please do get connected. And if any of the things we've been talking about faith and about hope and about the stuff that we have been talking about has resonated with you, there is a response and a connect form below. So you can click that, you can give us your details. One of our team can be in contact with you. We can lead you through what it looks like to take next steps with God and in faith, and that'd be awesome. We are looking forward to the rest of what we're doing. Remember, you can catch up with us next in every week. We've got Instagram every day. We have on Monday we have Tim doing a wellness session with a bit of working out and some healthy, active things. We have on a Wednesday we have Life Group Online. Please get connected with that. On Friday we'll be back here doing Youth Online, and every Sunday 10, 12, 5:30 we're on YouTube streaming church live and all of those things. Please do get connected. It's going to be awesome. Thanks guys, we'll see you next time.
Yeah. Hey. Nice jacket. Didn't think I'd see him today. What's it like being online wearing your dad's jacket? I love that jacket.
Were you on Insta Live and saw it?
Yeah, no, I just, I was coming past, I felt the draw of the anointing, and I realised it was my jacket. So that was it really, but nice jacket, man. I quite like it. Thanks for watching. Have a great night.